just out and about in town. Just thought I'd show you this whilst I'm here. Is the old railway station was part of the York to Driffield Railway, and it was closed in the beaching cuts. But the old station, there's actually two stations here. The old station is that building there, and then that was deemed too small, so they actually built another one, which is now that one, and then that closed as part of the beaching cuts. So it was quite a substantial place in its day. But yeah, that was the original station, and obviously the platform and everything's gone now. But yeah, and then that was the second station which they made, but that's also now gone, all decommissioned and taken away. There's an old sign here, North Eastern Railway, one of the old railway signs. Let's have a look at this. We like finds like this. I did not know this was here. I'll just take a photo. The actual car park's still even called the station car park, and that was a station lobby entrance there, and then the trains actually ran on this bit, and that was bricked up. It's now used by a private school. Old railway cottages there, and then yeah, Dr. Beechin just decided it was a good idea to get rid of it. So, and he got his way. There was a lot of public outcry about all the railways that went, but he got his way, and then that was the end of that. I'm round at the other side of the station car park now. The second station, the first station that was in use is there. That's the back of it in the station buildings. Then the railway used to run behind where these cars are. And then the second station, because it was so popular, is there. And that was the station buildings. It's now used as like a bus interchange now. And then that's used as a sports hall by a local private school. Then the bus station's over there. That's also earmarked for disposal. A little further down from the stations is this building. This was a goods shed, and part of the beaching cuts. It was then closed. It was derelict for a long time, but now a local building merchant's got it. So it's quite nice that all the buildings have been reused. One of them's a domestic property, which is the old station. The new station's a sports hall, and then this one's a builder's merchant. So they're all still in use, which is nice that they've been utilised and not demolished. Well, this is another view of the buildings. They were quite substantial in the time for what was a small town. But here's the goods shed, and then some of the station buildings are just along here. Here's the front of the more modern, the newer train station that they built, the bigger capacity one. It's quite a substantial building. Again, it's all reused by a local school, and they're actually kind enough to let people use it as the bus waiting area. And you're back to the other buildings. It's quite funny how the council still actually call the car park the railway station car park, even though for a number of years there hasn't been a railway here. I believe it closed in the 1970s. Was the last of the goods trains. Passenger trains stopped before that. But there's a view of the bigger station that they built. And then another view of the railway cottages. And then we're back to the North Eastern Railway one inside. But you can see up there where the railway, the electricity wires for the railway, it's starting to show its age. And then we're back at this sign. But it's been a substantial site in its day. there'd have been many trains passed through each hour, but it was just deemed as part of the beaching cuts that it was no longer needed. It was too expensive, so got rid of it. But there's the original station. Looks like it's some sort of business. Then that's just a trip through Pocklington. The railway would have then carried on from the station back there along here, and it carried on towards Stamford Bridge, where there still remains a substantial viaduct where the railway went over. That was earmarked for demolition a few years ago, but there was a public outcry and a petition, and it was actually stopped, and they've retained it, which was great news. I've got this to show you just out on my travels, the old war memorial. It's quite a nice one. We'll go have a look. Sadly, these will have been some of the people that worked at RAF Pocklington who didn't return, and I'll just take a minute to remember them. There's some more. There's even a person from more modern conflicts. He actually died when I was still in the services then. And someone's in Germany and the Northern Ireland. I can't remember off the top of my head these conflicts. That was perhaps Korea, I don't know, or Burma. And these ones, it's very sad that people have to lose their lives in conflicts, and it's a shame the politicians can't sort it out. But there we go. Rest in peace, people. It's a nice little garden for them. It's well kept, single condition. It's a nice garden for them to be remembered in. Just as I was leaving the memorial garden, I spotted this plaque, and it's in memory of all the men who lost their lives on HMS Volage and associated ships during the Corfu incident in 1946. God rest their souls. I'm ex-Royal Navy myself, and I don't recall the Corfu incident in the history books, but I'll have to look that up. You can actually see in the road where the level crossing used to be, where the roads used to go over the road. But if you can see that on this, if I've got the right lens, but you can see where the road raises up here, then it goes down again. That's where the railway used to run across. There would have been a signal box here as well, but I'm presuming that's been demolished. That would have been on this side somewhere. But sadly, that's long gone. Well, that's this week's vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Please like and subscribe.